I'm Sean English. I'm 16 and I go to U of D Jesuit in Detroit. So far in high school, I competed in track and cross country at U of D. Those are my two sports, and track I won the mile in Catholic League, and in cross country I'm number 4 on the record board for the 5K. On April 2nd, I was heading to Mass to sing in the choir with my family, and we saw an accident in front of us happen. So we got out on the side of the road to help them. We pulled over on the shoulder. While I was getting out of my car calling 911, my parents were over there helping the kids in the car that flipped in front of us. Well, Dr. Cynthia Ray got out of the car just like us. She was parked a little bit behind. And I saw her face and I saw her coming towards us, and I saw that she was wearing a doctor's coat. My last conscious memory before the accident was actually turning around and talking to Dr. Cynthia Ray and saying, "Hey, I'm calling 911, can you go and check on them over there?" And a car came into the accident scene, and then from there I don't remember anything until I remember being on the ground and my mother standing on my chest so I wouldn't see my leg. I was taken to Henry Ford, in which she worked at, 5 minutes away, but her problem was more severe, so she had to go to Sinai Grace for her particular problem. And there's nothing they could have done after that, and she died roughly 5 days later. I mean, I saw somebody just before her death, basically. So it was, I mean, it's really deep to think about that, and I carry that every day. Trooper Patrick Arena saved my life. He was the person that put the tourniquet on my leg that stopped the bleeding. And first responder on the highway, especially in Detroit with those highways, it's chaotic. So he saved my life. There's no other way to say it. And from then on, he stayed in my life. He stayed visiting, he stayed checking in on me, being with the family and stuff like that. So he's invited to Thanksgiving dinner. I was told in the beginning it was only my foot that was amputated, and that was not an amputation in the hospital, that was an amputation on the side of the road. They were trying to salvage as much as they could with my foot, but there's not too much they could have done, and they kind of brought up, well, we could do this like half-foot prosthetic, but there's so much research with baloney amputations. I did like probably 10 minutes of research, and I figured out what I wanted to do, and this was easier than the other option, and this was the way to go, and I trusted my doctors with that. So my goal in the hospital was to run again, and I can't run right now, but that's still my goal, and I'm still going to run again. I'm not just gonna run again, I'm gonna run fast again. Like I'm gonna win again. I'm very stubborn and I'm very driven, so I'm going to do as much as I can do. This isn't a life-ending injury, it's just a little timeout. Road to recovery hasn't been easy, but each day I just think about how hard it was before, so that makes the next day easier. And with the support, it's so hard not to make great strides of recovery. It's just hard to not do great things when people are saying you're gonna do great things. People look at this situation and I'm in a wheelchair or I'm not doing so well, but in my mind I'm doing great. And I feel great and I'm happy, so. The prosthetic should be coming soon. Should be maybe even the end of the month. And then after that, I'm probably gonna need ACL, MCL surgery. And then after that, it's combining the two to get a fluent walking and running motion. And then after that, it's State Games of America or the Olympics, State Games of America is a very competitive field, and I look up to everyone competing in this. So I would love to one day be a part of that.
Now we're here and he's going to run after a year. Very, very proud.
I started the school year in a wheelchair. I ended up walking, and I finished the year running.
I felt like a runner out there. I don't know if you guys saw it. Before I got to that 200 meter, which is halfway, I was smiling, having a great time. I was just in so much pain that I couldn't even get a smile across my face. Every muscle in my body was hurting. So I'd love to see some of the photos of my hands up in the air, fists clenched, face everywhere. If I had longer hair in the wind. I just went out there, I did what I wanted to do, was finish, and I think I did that with flying colors.